Let's start with the Green Party debate. I think that's going town hall. That's going to be the best place for me to start. And I've got a couple of clips, some of which are nice and trimmed and ready to go. Some of them are not, so it may be a little rough here going. But so last night during the live show, there was the Green Party town hall, and I fully expected to be talking to like 5 people last night, but we still had great turnout. I mean, a couple of hundred people were listening live, which is good considering most of everyone is at the town hall. And it was a good town hall. I got a chance to watch it after the fact. You know, if you've been listening, I finally admitted to the audience that I'm supporting Jill Stein and Baraka. I'm supporting them for different reasons than most people. I'm supporting them because I think the Libertarian Party and the Green Party should break the 5% threshold this year. I really want them to, which will put them in a stronger position for 2020. But because I think more options is better for democracy. That's why I'm supporting them. But they showed last night that they're actually having some pretty decent policy conversations. So let me play a couple of clips and we'll discuss them as they come up. Here's the first clip from last night.
Baraka, what is it that is motivating your interest in this election? What is your message to the voters?
My motivation is that this is a critical moment that we have an opportunity to do something really different. I mean, I joined this ticket because I believe in Jill Stein. I believe in this party. Mm-hmm. The Green Party is the only vehicle we have right now that can offer a real alternative. You know, people are not ready to accept the notion that we have to be held hostage to these two elite parties. People are willing to gamble with the possibility that we can really build something new and different. So I think in 2016, we have this kind of historic opportunity. As Dr. Stein said, you know, my whole life has been about building alternative power. It's about speaking truth to power. It's about understanding that it is the people themselves that have the possibility to transform their conditions and transform themselves. So that's my motivation too, after all these years, to step into this electoral process, to be subjected to the kinds of of dirty politics involved in this, because I really believe that at this moment we have a real possibility of moving forward collectively in a new way.
Okay, cool. Nice clip from, I can never pronounce his first name, Juma Baraka, I believe is that way you pronounce his first name. Good clip. Making his pitch as to why this is a good moment for people to make, because people are making 50% of people, I believe, is the number that don't identify with a particular political party. So it makes sense, right? This is a time for a third party and a fourth party. So, yeah, I think he's making the case here, and I think he is a, you know, all right, we'll keep going. Here's Jill Stein. This is the one I actually wanted to start with. Here's Jill Stein. Let's listen in.
So the unique thing about the Green Party is that we are the one national party that is not corrupted by corporate money, by lobbyist money, or by super PACs. So we have the unique ability to actually stand up for what it is that the American people want, what everyday people want. That is, we have a jobs emergency, and we call for an emergency jobs program that will actually solve the emergency of climate change that we are seeing in the floods and the fires and the heat waves across this country that are so painful to watch right now. This is what the future looks like if we don't stand up and start doing something about it. We're the one party that's actually calling for canceling student debt and bailing out a generation of young people like we bailed out the bankers on Wall Street. We can do that for this generation and unleash them to be the stimulus package of our dreams and make higher education free and health care as a human right and create a welcoming path to citizenship, end police violence, and a foreign policy that's based on international law, human rights, and economic justice, not on military and economic domination, which is blowing back at us so catastrophically. So, in short, we're standing up for everyday people and an America and a future that works for all of us.
You know, I think that was a great clip. She, in about a minute and 30 seconds, defined what's different about the Green Party than every other party. Yeah, cool clip. You guys are going to unfollow me tonight. I don't know. I'm trying to speak. I liked it. It was good. I'm glad they got that exposure. I think they need more exposure. I think they're better on policy than anyone who's talking right now. I don't think there's any conversations about policy going on. Partly due to the ridiculousness of Donald Trump, that you have the Democratic Party basically just slinging mud, just like I mean, it's just kind of a clown show across the board. So from that perspective, it's really good to hear a policy light conversation. And I say policy light because these are positions. They're not quite yet policies. This is what they want. They're not really saying how they're going to get there. And the reason I said most of you might unfollow me tonight is because I'm just tired of people telling me what they want to do. I just want somebody to tell me how the hell they're going to get us there. That's really where I am. So that's kind of why I'm not as excited about last night's town hall as everyone else. I did like it. I am supporting them. I am glad they got it. I think I'll say it again. I think that they're doing a great job bringing policy-oriented conversations to the table. I'm just still more interested in how they're going to get there. But so far in this election, nobody is talking substantive. Like, I had people actually arguing with me today about how great Donald Trump's speech to the black community was last night. And I'm like, were you listening at all? Because all he gave were platitudes and generalizations and really nothing. It was empty. It was a vapor of nothingness. And black people were saying, this was a great speech. We need to give him a chance. And I'm like, the last person that I accepted these platitudes from was Barack Obama in 2008. I am not interested in platitudes from Clinton, from Trump, or from Stein. It's time for us to have a serious conversation about actual policy proposals and how you plan to accomplish, and the pros and cons of what you plan to accomplish, and the timeline that you plan to accomplish it in. And I haven't seen that yet in this conversation, but I think they got the closest that I've seen so far. So that's not everything, but it's not nothing.